Hey everybody, it's Michelle, and I'm here with this week's, which I think it was supposed to be last week, I don't know, Thursday, but I'm posting it this week, and then tomorrow I'll post another one for Eileen's call. But this is my journal page on Gloria's call on what she wanted us to use, and it was gesso, stencils, and I think molding paste, if I can remember correctly, but that's what I used. Here's my page that I created. If you can see these raised flowers, my shadow's in the way. I did those with light modeling paste from Golden, and I kind of randomly did them over the page. And how I did that was I just took like a putty knife. Here's my modeling paste, light molding paste, there you go, from Golden. And I took my little craft knife, like a plastic knife or whatever, these jobbies, and I just smeared a light coating randomly on my page. You can see the smear marks where it was, and I just like put it on like peanut butter. And then I took a stamp, a flower stamp that I have, which I don't have it in front of me right now. Don't know what I did with it. My desk is a holy terror of a mess. But anyways, that's Eileen texting me back now because I asked her what her call was. But anyways, okay, so here's, so I smeared it on. It was white, which I already inked up my background. And how I usually start, I just kind of sprayed random colors. I let them drip down because I like that look. And then, you know, I painted over. That was the stains. So I just randomly stamped and put, you can see stamped images through there. I don't know if I use napkin on this. I do have random pieces of scrapbook paper, which you can see, and it's kind of covered up, and maybe some things are coming out. But then when I put this on top of my background, how I liked it with the colors, and then I put my rubber stamp in it, so it left an impression like that, and it's all raised and bumpy. And then I sprayed it with more paints, and I used this stuff, which is like Rub and Buff, but it's all different colors. And I probably used like 3 different colors on it, and I really didn't, it was kind of dark and not popping off the page. So then I ended up going with the silver Rub and Buff at the very end, and it really popped it out because, you know, I added layers. Another stencil that I used was this rose stencil that you can get at Michael's. I know I had questions on one of my other videos that I used it on, and Eileen had that stencil, and I loved it. But it is at Michael's. It's a big rose. It's in the paint or yeah, by the Martha Stewart paints and all that, by the paint section. And so this one I sponged it on with craft paint, and then I took a gold, I think it was a Sharpie or a craft marker or something, and I just outlined it so it popped off the page. And then these I sponge painted with like yellow and white. Oh, there's a white one I sponge painted. Or I sponge painted it with gesso, I'm sorry. So it brought out like all the colors that were in my background. And then I just went around it with the same pen. So look, 2 totally different looks. One with paint, one with gesso. So that was the gesso technique that I used. And then I did it again here with gesso, but it gave it a whole different look because you can see through it on my textured background. So, and then this one I sponged on with yellow craft paint. And I didn't use expensive paints. I just used, you know, the little cheapy $1 or under $1 craft paints. So there you go. There's my page for this week. I like it. And I don't know what else to say about it, but if you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will respond. Might not be immediately, but I do check them. And I will answer any questions. And hope you like that, and hope you learned something. Thanks. Take care. Bye. And if you want to play along with us, anyone's welcome to play along. Just do a page, and we'll come up with different tools. You could do it right through any of our channels, Crafter GM, mine, or Eileen, who is the Little Crafter Show. Yeah, so all you have to do is just post a video and do your page. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Okay, so Eileen just texted me back, and this week's challenge, which I think it's due on Thursday, but you know, we're not sticking to anything. It's not set in stone. We're going to use paint, any type of a printed image. So we want to do an image transfer on, well, you don't even have to do an image transfer. You could just use a printed image. Could be from a magazine or print it on your computer, anything. Just incorporate it in here, cover it up, paint on it, embellish it the way you want. Okay, so any type of a printed image, glass bead gel, which Golden sells that, and I think you can make your own too. You could look it up on YouTube. And use some type of a crackle paint technique. So you can do a crackle finish or whatever. So that's for next week. If you want to play along, create a page using those items. If you forget, you can message me or Eileen, and we'll get you a list of those messages. So paint, any type of a printed image, glass bead gel, and some type of a crackle paint job. All right, everybody, I hope people join in and show us some pages, get your creative juices flowing, and if you've never art journaled but thought about it, you'll love it, because it's just a chance to not make anything uniform and just use your supplies and play with them and practice how they go with other things. And there's tons and tons of art journaling videos out there for inspiration. All right, have a great day. Bye.